Oh, dude, man, I love this game so much. Yes, yes, Dunban is here. Dunban is here. We are going to be playing as Dunban for a good while. Oh, Dunban is my favorite character to play as. I think my favorite to play as is Dunban. Probably second favorite is Shulk. And then Melia third, which we don't have Melia yet, obviously. I'm going to put Gale Slash over here. Combo lowering physical defense after Gale Slash lowers strength. So you want to go Gale into Worldly. And then we have a topple move. Whoops. Blinding Blossom. Impressive exploits draw aggro from a party member to Dunban. Or that removes debuffs and grants haste. Haste means that you use your auto attack faster, so it charges up your talent art faster. Fix your gaze firmly on a single enemy, creating an aura of focus. Lock on, double attack rate, 25%, evasion fills talent gauge. So Dunban's role in the game is he's kind of in between Shulk and Rhine. He's the second tank in the game, really. I don't think Ricky is much of a tank when we get Ricky. But Dunban is like the second main tank in the game after Rhine, but Dunban isn't a health sponge tank, whatever you want to call it. He's an evasion tank. So Dunban is all about drawing aggro and dealing out damage to build up more aggro, but he doesn't take hits, he dodges them. Good stuff. These are the only 8 ones we have right now. Electric Gutbuster. Inflicts break if after Gale Slash. So let's do this so we can go into the Gutbuster to try and do break into Steel Strike to topple immediately if we want to. I'm actually going to do it like this, because if we do Gutbuster instead of Worldly Slash, we're only going to do that if we want to immediately follow up with Steel Strike. But a lot of times we'll be doing Gale into Worldly, I feel like. But yeah, good stuff, good stuff. And then we'll leave all of the auras and whatnot over here. I think Spirit Breath is one of my favorite ones to go to, because haste lets us build up Blossom Dance really fast. I love Blossom Dance. Dunban has a little speech that goes along with it. I couldn't think of the word and everything. We have a ton of AP to use. We're gonna immediately max out Gale Slash and Worldly Slash, because we will have those on Dunban the entire playthrough, undoubtedly. Steel Strike also, because this is the second topple character we have. It's just Rhine and Dunban thus far that can topple. And like I said, we'll use Spirit Breath throughout the game as well. Having a hard time remembering exactly what other arts I typically use with Dunban, so I'm going to save a little bit of AP, because I also bet when we get to the shop in Satoral Marsh, I'll be able to get like Gale Slash and Worldly Slash's level 7 books. We're going to want those ASAP. But really good stuff, really good stuff. I'm going to keep your AP until you can get Heal Round leveled up just from here on. Monado Arts, let's get Enchant leveled up here. And then let's finally level up War Swing again, get that up a little bit higher. We're still using Bone Upper this deep in. Let's go ahead and level it up at least one more time. Maybe Rhine will keep Bone Upper throughout the entire playthrough. I honestly don't remember if I typically keep it on him or not. Words. I'm going to hold on the rest of Dunban's AP for now, because, like I said, we'll get some level 7 books for him pretty quick. You got Friendship Heals, which is very nice. Dunban has Bravery, Wisdom, and Prudence. Bravery. Prioritizing this trait will boost counter attack rate. Sure. Prioritizing this one will improve agility, and prioritizing this one will improve block rate. You really want to dodge as Dunban more than you want to block, but blocking is better than getting hit. So what have we got? Invincible Hero. In battle, boost strength when HP is at max. Pretty good, because again, he's a dodge tank. Increases tension after successful battle start affinity. That's fine. Increases aggro drawn when dealing damage. Very useful, because again, Dunban, much like Rhine, needs to pull aggro away from everyone else. Grants HP up buff at start of battle. That's fine. Extends the duration of auras. That's pretty good, and that's also good to link with Rhine through skill links. Reduces the effect of spike attacks. That's pretty useful. We haven't run into spikes much yet. I don't remember if there are any spike enemies in Satoral Marsh, but the area after the marsh is Machna Forest, and Machna Forest has spike enemies for sure. Reduces depletion rate of party gauge outside of battle. That's very useful. Proves physical and ether defensive light equipment. Restores HP when dealing a crit. Restoring HP when dealing a crit is really good. Greatly increases aggro when no armor is equipped. Okay, so this is the funny haha thing. This is the naked Dunban strat. In the original Xenoblade, you didn't have fashion slots, so whatever armor your characters were wearing was what they looked like in battle and in all the cutscenes and whatnot. So to have no armor equipped meant that you had to have Dunban just in his boxers. But it's called the naked Dunban strat. You increase aggro by having no armor on Dunban, and then you just make sure Dunban is able to dodge a lot. Because, you know, he has no armor. Maybe we'll do the naked Dunban strat at some point. I'm not going to mess with it right now, though. But twin swords we definitely want. Double attacking. When we get like halfway a little bit later in the game, we're getting pretty close to that point now, we'll start getting double attack gems, and double attack gems are incredible. It makes you do your auto attack faster. Whenever you auto attack, you have a chance to do it twice instead of just once, and that builds up the talent gauge really fast. So especially for like Shulk and Dunban, because their unique moves are high damage. Like Shulk has Monado Arts and Dunban has Blossom Dance. Double attacks fill that up really quick. Reducing weight of equipment is pretty good. It's also especially good to skill link with others. And then greatly increases agility with no armor equipped. So this is how you really do the Dunban strat. You have to have Inner Peace and Spiritual Awakening words, because Spiritual Awakening just brings in the aggro, but then you die really easily. But greatly increasing agility by like 30% with no armor can make it where Dunban can actually get dodges going as a result. Think probably I would like twin swords. Critical drain is also really good. And it'd be nice to get extending the duration of auras, and we're going to get to Machna Forest pretty soon where spikes are a thing. Let's do Prudence first and try to just go all the way to critical drain. And then we'll probably look at, well, you know, actually, we'll get to twin swords a lot faster. Let's get twin swords to increase the chance of double attack. It's a very small amount, but if we get, if we start getting some double attack gems, that small amount will help a lot in that. We might even go ahead and get the reduces weight of equipment. I'm not sure, but then we'll be looking at critical drain after that. Overwhelming is also really one. Dunban has a lot of good options. He's got a lot of good options. All right, we got to do Dunban. We're going to go Colony 9, boys, at first here and see how it goes. But again, we don't really have... It's probably... Let's let Shulk sit for a little bit because we've been using Shulk plenty. We'll put in Sharla, so we have 2 aggro tanks, one that's about dodging and one that's about damage sponge. And then Sharla can keep us both healed. Should be fine. And then we'll see about switching in Shulk here and there later on. Oh, friends may now unbait breath. Finally time for grand unveil. Oh, this is not normal. This is more of the Switch 2 stuff. Are you going to give me the Mario Kart course shenanigans? Apologies, breath was still baited. Grand unveil proceed forthwith. Sorry, you lost me. What are you unveiling again? Nopon Grand Prix, of course. Yep, here it is. Okay, now the real Mario Kart has been unlocked. They needed us to have 4 characters for it, I guess. Only most big octane occasion in all Nopon history. Grand Prix. Is this some kind of race then? Calling it race not do justice. Friends go to Guar Plain and see for selves. Oh ho 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 ho. Ah, skull filled with such bounty of ideas that excess spurt from ear holes. Ugh. All right, I think we got it now. Thanks for letting us know. Ah, inspiration. All right, you little weirdo. Take on the Nopon Grand Prix. You can now participate in the Nopon Grand Prix. This may be inaccessible during some parts of the story. Seems fair. Open the main menu and press Y, or ask the Nopon assistant at Ragwell Bridge on the Bionis leg to attempt the Nopon Grand Prix. Perform well in each mode, score attack, and battle race to earn marvelous prizes. Meet the reward conditions on each stage to receive new equipment for each character, and we can get these cool outfits that they included with the Switch 2 version. Wear a full set for increased acceleration and boost speed, also applies for Future Connected. Fulfill the criteria for every reward to gain these perks permanently independent of your equipment. Also applies for Future Connected. Okay, cool. So you can, that's awesome. Yo, Dunban's outfit looks sick in this one. I know Melia has a really good one as well. Score, attack, and battle race, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. All right, so we definitely want to be checking that out for sure. Yoink. A Dober Corgi. A Doberman that is also a Corgi. do, we got about half an hour left. Do I want to do any, do I want to go try and do some Nopon Grand Prix stuff? I kind of do, because we just unlocked it, and it's, you know, new Switch 2 content. Would be nice to see. I really wanted to get into Satoru Verdant Eternity. That's got to be Dunban named that. I guess maybe Shulk could have named it, but that really sounds like my boy Dunban. Worldly Slash. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. Get out of here, you little freak. Slender Horn. Man, I love playing as Dunban. Dunban is absolutely my favorite. I can't wait. Still got smoke coming out of the whatchamacallit over there. The ether mine. By the way, the ether mine is like destroyed. We can't go back. We can go back to the entrance area of the ether mine, so you can still go back there and get collectibles you're missing and go fight that some of the unique enemies in there if you hadn't fought them. Like there was that one like level 29 Crabble we hadn't fought yet. Pod Depot. But Zord's explosion blew up the majority of the ether mine. You can't get back in there. What is this heart to heart? I don't know whose this is. Oh, it's Dunban and Ron, but they got to get to level 4 affinity. Well, we're going to be playing as Dunban for a while, so much like how we racked up affinity with people to Shulk really quickly, we're going to rack up affinity with Dunban and the other party members really quickly. It's another thing that's really makes it really worthwhile to switch around who you play as. I don't think you need to play as like every character in the game. I really just think you probably need to get at least 2, but really 3. And for me, those 3, there are 4 characters I like to play as, but we'll talk more about the other ones I like to play as we get to them. But a really good part about enjoying playing as other characters is it makes it a lot easier to build up affinity with everyone. If you just play as Shulk throughout the whole game, like I did when I was younger, then it gets really hard to get affinity up with everyone later on. Drifter Jatard, what's up, bro? Oh. That's 2 Amblygon turtles. Hopefully these will go some way toward helping the colony. I can't wait to do more colony stuff, but I don't think we can start. We have to get into Satoral Marsh before we can start doing Colony 6 stuff. Let's see if we can beat this guy. Let's go, team. Come here, punk. Get this little one out of here first. Hit the wrong button again. I keep hitting L2 instead of R2. All right, come here. You're going down. On the ground. Wild down. No! You were supposed to extend the knockdown here. Spirit breath. Yo, why did so many of these things aggro on Charla? Hello? Come here. Bum, bum, bum. I didn't think that so many of these enemies would end up aggroing. Get up, Charlotte. If you dare. All right, you gotta die. Oh, I pressed it too early. I've got to remaster the timing. It's been so long. Get encouraged. All right, losing Charla again is a big problem here. Need my Gale Slashes to level up faster. It would be nice if I could kill you. Here you go, bud. No, this isn't good. Well, I definitely think that we can beat this enemy, but unfortunately, we can't beat this enemy when it also has the help of like 6 other Hawkses. I thought that like 1 or 2 of them would aggro. I didn't think that like 5 of them would join in the fight. Yo, Charla's almost got 2,000 HP. There's still another one right here.
Follow my lead.
Follow my lead. Come here. Alright, we just need you. I gotta remember when I'm playing as Dunban, we want to get auras going. Yeah, Gale Slash recharges a lot faster than Worldly Slash, I realized in that last one, so you usually want to... I think the way to do it is you usually go straight for the Worldly Slash combo, get those stats down, and then you can easily follow it up with the knockdown strat. Oh, he's mad. Super knockback 1! Well, Shulk isn't here to shield this, so... What would be good is to get your aggro off of Charla and on one of us. Wait, I don't use this move much later in the game, but I can steal Charla's aggro like that. There we go. I don't think I end up keeping that art on Dunban, usually. But while we have it early on, good to use. Yo, debuff immunity, nice. Let's knock you down before my Blossom Dance. Hit the ground, idiot. Aw, he didn't do the full thing because some dialogue with Ryan happened. Born into a world of strife, against the odds, we choose to fight. Blossom Dance. Bum, 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 bum. We do have a chain attack. I'm worried about using it and then taking a bunch of damage like that. Yeah, because I was afraid that would happen. I didn't know if that led into the days or not, but it definitely did. Get encouraged, get encouraged. Get encouraged.
I'm not doing too well.
Wow, it hit Charlotte from like a light year away. Come on. Charlotte. You're good, Charlotte. Let's go. All right, this enemy is easy until it does a huge big hit like that. I see now. Let's knock it down. Get on the ground. Brine time. Wild down. Nah, you were too late on the wild down, bro. Yo, we got a chain attack though. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hit him with this. Into this. Into the chain attack. All right, Ryan. We got this, bro. If only we had Shulk so we could just keep the multiplier going. Yeah, we have like Ryan and Charla have level 2 affinity, but then Dunban just got here, so he has level 1 affinity with everyone, so it's gonna be hard to get skill links. Ah! Silly super knockback move. Bum, 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 bum. All right, we got him. Not bad, not bad. Fork over all of this. Do 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 do. We got about 20 minutes left in stream, a little more than 20 minutes. Yeah, let's go hit up the Nopon Grand Prix shenanigans. A lot of heart-to-hearts around here. There's a side quest over here. Let's go see this real quick. Let's go try out the Nopon Grand Prix because it's new and all, even though I really wanted to get to Satoral Marsh today. We at least got to Dunban joining the team. And then we can start with Satoral Marsh next time. We'll get to go through Satoral Marsh. We'll have a ton of side quest stuff to do. We probably need to go back. We'll need to come back and do stuff at Colony 6. There's more stuff to do at Colony 6, but it doesn't trigger until after we get a little ways into Satoral Marsh. So we'll be able to do Satoral Marsh. We'll have stuff to come back in Colony 6 to do. We probably need to go back to Colony 9. There's some side quest work to go pick up in there. I'm going to clean up my spreadsheet so I have a much better idea of what kind of side quests we have to go back for and all. Hey, let me check with you first. Do you have any books I care about? Metal Blast and Heal Round. Oh, you have Sword Drive. Yes, yes. We use Engage and The Last Stand on Rhine. I'll take both of those as well. And then we definitely want to do some side quests now because we need some money so that I can make sure I can buy books for Dunban because they're going to have books for Dunban and Satoral Marsh for sure. Daza in big trouble. If Daza not have that thing, then it really bad. Hello there, friends can listen to Daza. Some hawks to steal Daza's proof of Nopon merchant status. If Daza not have proof, Daza cannot trade. That is indeed a problem. Yes, I agree. Daza do not know what to do. Friends must get it back for Daza. Can friends do that for me? If friends not help Daza not know what to do, will friends help Daza? Yeah, you said the same thing like 4 times there. Nopon coin, Colony 6, I got it. Friends really help Daza? Yay, Daza make sure to give friends really good reward. Not a problem, consider it done. That's right, leave it to us. Alright, that's the only side quest he had there. Okay. Yeah, definitely tons of story stuff today. There's this coin. We'll get that later. So next time, we'll go a little bit further in the story because that unlocks a bunch of stuff at Colony 6 if we just get a bit further in Satoral Marsh first. And then we'll do a lot of work, a lot of story stuff in Satoral Marsh and a lot of side questing stuff. We might, emphasis on might, get to, we might make it to whatever it is I'm thinking of. We might make it to Machna Forest, but we might not. We'll see. We got plenty to do. Can I do this heart to heart in here?